In this video, I'll show you how to make a magic loop with 4 single crochet stitches in it. So to start, we're going to kind of hold the yarn like we normally would when we crochet. So hold the yarn tail in the hand that you normally hold your hook in, and then face your yarn palm to you. Put the yarn in front of it and wrap it once again around your pinky. Bring it up behind your hand and drape it over your index finger. And now, this is where it gets a little different. We're going to create a loop. To make it easier to create that loop, I'm going to hold onto the yarn with my thumb, and then I'm going to just make a loop like so. A loop about the size of a quarter, could be a little bigger. I'm going to hold on to the intersection point with my thumb and my index finger. And I want to leave like at least 3 inches of yarn tail. So now I'm going to control the tension of the working yarn now with my middle finger. What we're going to do is stick the hook in from the front to the back of this circle. And we're going to grab this working yarn by facing the tip of the hook against the back of your finger. Now you're going to pull it through that circle, and when you pull it through, you're going to also twist it like so, about 180 degrees, so that the tip of the hook is now facing away. And then we're going to yarn over and pull it through the loop on this hook. So push the hook into that working yarn, grab it and pull it through the loop on the hook. And remember, by the way, that every time you have a loop on the hook, bring it all the way down the hook. Don't leave it up here. See how narrow the tip of the hook is? You're gonna make real tight stitches if you leave it up there. Okay, so if you did that correctly, if you let go, everything should stay intact. Hooray! Now we're going to hold on to it like we normally do. And we're going to hold on to actually all 3 pieces of yarn that you see down here. The yarn tail as well as both sides of the circle. If your circle is kind of big and unwieldy, you can always just pull on the yarn tail to make it a little smaller. But we do want to still be able to see that circle. Now we're going to do the part that is 4 single crochet stitches in it. So before, when you were doing single crochet stitches, we were looking for those horizontal V's to put your hook into. This time we're going to put the hook in the middle of that circle and bring it off to the right so that it looks like, doesn't this look familiar? It looks like there's 3 strands of yarn on your hook, and this now, these first 2 are like the make-believe horizontal V's. You're going to do a single crochet stitch like you normally have been, which is yarning over and then bringing it through just those first 2 strands. And remember to bring up a loop that is big enough so that your entire hook can easily go through. And notice how I'm still holding on to the yarn tail in the circle well, so that nothing really twists and flip-flops. I'm going to yarn over again and pull it through both loops on the hook. That was 1 single crochet stitch, and you can verify that by looking for the V. And we're going to do that 3 more times, exactly the same thing. We're going to put the hook in exactly the same spot through the middle of this circle. And then yarn over, bring that yarn under just the first 2 strands of yarn on the hook, bring it up, and then yarn over again, bring it through both loops on the hook. You may notice I alternate sometimes, just whatever's comfier. Sometimes I hold on to the piece with my thumb and my index finger, sometimes my thumb and my middle finger. If you're finding it a bit difficult to control, watch where your hand is. It's easier to control and make sure that this circle doesn't twist around if you're holding it closer to your hook. If you're holding things down here, then there's a lot more chance things will wobble. So 2 more to go. Stick the hook in the circle, yarn over, bring it through the first 2 loops on the hook, and then I actually adjust it a little bit. I adjust my hand so I can hold things better for this last step of yarning over and bringing it through both loops on the hook. Then one last time, I'm not going to narrate this one since you probably got the groove of it now. And now we're going to do the magical part. So take your hook out. Remember to make a big loop so you don't accidentally lose all your hard work. And confirm that you indeed do have 4 V's. Don't get confused by this little nubbin. That was just that chain stitch that you did to make sure that the loop wouldn't move. And we're going to hold on to the rim, any of these V's, with one hand, and then pull on the yarn tail with the other. And see how the yarn moves and the circle disappears. Ta-da! So now it should be vaguely circular shaped. If it's not a full circle, that's totally okay. When you crochet into the next stitch, it's going to force your piece to come into a circle shape. So now the question is, where is the first stitch to crochet into? Let's get back in crocheting position. And actually let's pull this working loop so that it's about the diameter of the tip of your hook. Now get back into crocheting position. Okay. If you're left-handed, you want that loop for your hook to be in the upper left-hand corner, and you're going to keep crocheting in the direction that you always have been. So you're going to crochet in the stitch to the right. That is this one. So if you were to put a stitch marker in there to mark the first stitch of every round, it's this one.